Hi everybody, welcome back to this edition of Celebrity Signings. I'll start the video by saying I don't know whether to carry on with the videos or not. I don't know what people's thoughts are. Most people go to my Instagram page these days, but I kind of feel like this is just another nice way to share things that I'm collecting with other collectors. But what people's thoughts are in regards to these videos and whether you think they've still got any life left in them. I hope they do, and I'm going to keep going for now, but I may reassess that as we go forwards. But let's crack on anyway, have a look at what I've got. So to caveat the start of this video, it's very book heavy, very signed book heavy. Hopefully that's your bag. I love collecting signed books. It's my new thing. Through the mail has kind of died a bit of a death, really, to be perfectly honest. So the majority of my collection is now adding to my signed books. But let's have a look at what I got. So the first thing I got was this charity shop purchase. It's a signed book from former Manchester United manager Ron Atkinson. I already have Big Ron signed photos, but didn't have him on a book in the collection, which is great. Don't know why it won't let me click on this image, so you can see it here. That's the front page of it. Don't know why it won't let me click on it. But you can see the signed page inside here. Best wishes, Ron Atkinson. And I'm adding that to my ever-growing signed book and particularly Manchester United signed book collection, but signed books in general. So pleased to add that as a new addition. Next up, slightly different one. This one's slightly odd. I actually won this in a Facebook autograph group competition. So I'm in a couple of Facebook groups with autograph collectors, and this was a prize that was in the group. I was absolutely chuffed to bits to win it. And it is a picture and signed book from former Doctor Who scriptwriter and showrunner Chris Chibnall. He wrote essentially the Jodie Whittaker period of Doctor Who, which I am a big fan, by the way. So sucks to you if you didn't like it. I actually thought it was pretty good. The writing wasn't great, but I thought Jodie was superb as the Doctor. So I got this signed picture, Chris Chibnall. And then I also got this copy of his signed book, Death at the White Hart, which I haven't read yet, but I probably will at some point. And you can see it's an exclusive signed first edition. So yeah, really cool. I've written to Chris a couple of times via various addresses, never had a response. So brand new in the collection to add to, the likes of Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat, etc., etc. So really, really pleased with that. Next up, I doubt anybody outside of Wales will know this name, but this is a Welsh TV and radio broadcaster. I grew up with him on Welsh television. Doesn't do much presenting these days, but certainly I remember him from back in the day. And it's Roy Noble. This was his book. I think I paid 50p for this in a charity shop. I don't always pick up everything I see, but I wanted to get this. I mean, like I say, Roy's got a Welsh connection for me, sort of a childhood connection. So this is his book, Noble Ways, Laybys in My Life. And you can see it says, May your road in life be free of potholes, Roy Noble. So just decided to get it. It was only 50p, so couldn't not really. Next up, these are a string of kind of like £1 books that I purchased from a charity shop that's never, ever open when I go to it. I always go. It's never open, but this one day I went. It's run by two little old ladies. I mean, literally, it's a dump, but I found quite a few good signed books, so I was really pleased. So I managed to pick up this, which is Mick Herron's Bad Actors. People probably know Mick Herron best for his book Slow Horses, which has been made into a TV series with Gary Oldman. Haven't seen it yet, supposed to be quite good. And this is one of his books, and you can see here it's signed by Mick Herron. So yeah, pick that up only because I would have probably left it otherwise, but because I knew the connection with Slow Horses or Slough House, whichever way around the book is titled. So yeah, had to pick that up. Next one is another charity shop book. Didn't expect to pick this one up. Again, just completely random. I love the sort of random stuff you can find. This is the autobiography of former England football manager Terry Venables. This was £1. Or maybe I think it's £1.25 actually, breaking the bank here. £1.25 I think I paid for it. And as you can see, picked it up, didn't expect anything in it. But as you can see here, signed by Terry Venables. I'm not obviously English, but I know him as a former England manager, so I'm a big football fan, so the connection was there, had to pick this one up. Next up, this one, again, this is a really random one. I think it's on the same day, in fact, possibly the same charity shop that I picked that Terry Venables up from. It's Warren Gatland's Pride and Passion. Warren Gatland is the former Wales international rugby coach twice. First time incredibly successful, second time not quite so much. Picked this book up. I've seen loads and loads of copies of it, never seen a signed copy. picked this one up, and not only did it have his autograph inside, and again, people who've watched my videos know I don't care about dedication. It's dedicated to Lee, don't care. Signed Warren Gatland, but also in there was this photograph of him signing the book. So I'm guessing Lee, whoever he is, purchased this book from a book signing, and then this was the photographic proof that Warren had signed a book. So I've never seen that before in any book I've ever picked up from charity shops or anything, but it was all really cool to have. And in fact, that yellow slip that you can see there had Lee written on it, and that's inside the book as well. So Lee obviously donated the entire thing. He wasn't happy with Warren's second stint in charge of Wales, so gave up his book, the photo, and the slip of paper. But I'm really happy to add that, and I think, again, this was £1.25. Next up, this is another one of the books from that little old lady charity shop that I mentioned a few minutes ago. This is Robert Peston's book, The Crash. Robert Peston's probably best known as a British journalist. Was always on ITV News, talking about politics. And this was his book. Again, I think this one was £1. I can't recall paying more than £1 for it. And you can see here it's signed Robert Peston inside. It's got the signed by the author sticker, which is always cool. This wasn't from that shop, but this was another great pickup. This was, I think, from the same shop I got the Warren Gatland book from. This is Robert Harris's book Enigma. Robert Harris is best known for the book Fatherland, which was turned into a TV series. And again, a lot of the time I'd pass these books by because I never expected them to be signed, but for some reason I picked this one up and checked it, and you can see inside it is signed by Robert Harris. Again, I knew him for Fatherland. I might have passed this by otherwise and left it on the shelf, but because I knew Fatherland, I decided to pick this one up, and really pleased I did. Next up, another signed book here. This is crime author Val McDermott, very famous crime author. I think she wrote the Wire in the Blood TV series that Robson Green did many years ago. Very good. And she's currently writing the Karen Pirie series, which is just being made, or being made into 2 series now on ITV. Very good series, Karen Pirie. And again, I mean, she's got a terrible autograph, terrible signature, but you can see it's a signed copy. This one was £1, I remember. And you can see it's an awful signature here, but signed copy. And I again, a lot of the crime stuff I wouldn't normally pick up, but I really like Val McDermott. I like her stuff, so there's no way I was going to pass that up. Definitely picking that up for £1. And I believe this might be the last one. It is, and this is probably, I think this is the 3rd or maybe 4th, I can't recall, book picked up from those little old ladies in their bookshop that's never open. This is Claire McIntosh, the book A Game of Lies. Claire's a crime author. She's a former police detective or constable. I don't want to say constable, that feels a bit high, but maybe police constable. No. Chief constable. Yeah, maybe a chief constable. She was quite high up in the police force. But again, this was £1 with the Robert Peston book and I think the Mick Heron. And as you can see, it's a signed copy, signed inside Claire McIntosh. So yeah, really pleased with those. Lots of books in this video. There'll always be books in my videos, but I made this a book heavy one to get some of the books out of the way in one chunk. But I will be a bit more sort of mix and match going forward in terms of my videos. There'll be books and some TTMs and some purchases and other stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, and yeah, speak to you again soon. Please leave your comments, like, subscribe, all that YouTubery stuff, and I'll be back again soon. Take care. Bye bye.